Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. So with Jordan on the bench, here's the five for Doc Rivers right now. Chris Paul is out there with George. Then it's Elton Brand. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's McAdoo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Richmond, Chris Bosh is out there with Johnson. Then it's Cunningham. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Thompson in at the three. Well, Greg, I, for one, am excited to see this game. We've got Chris Paul and Bob McAdoo out there on the same side.
And these guys, both superstars with the Clippers franchise. Now, McAdoo played for him when the team was still in Buffalo and in that Eastern Conference, but all the records are in the same file in the history books.
There you go. You're right. See, fans, you tune into a broadcast, and you may even catch a history lesson from my good friend, the great Greg Anthony.
I do my best to educate the fans.
Here's Paul. It's stolen by Cunningham. Goes up on the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, you have to appreciate watching Klay Thompson ply his trade. The shooting form is absolutely perfect.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to George. Takes a shot at the elbow. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance. Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
And here is Los Angeles now. Outside, George. Leonard looking around. Pass to McAdoo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5, and George kicks to Paul. No good on the three. Cunningham passes to Thompson. And the three ball is good. Thompson's got 7.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
Cunningham against Paul. And Leonard has it in the corner. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And stolen by Thompson. Cunningham finds Smith. The kick out to Cunningham. Another three for Richmond.
Boy, that's a clever play initiating on the interior, but setting that three-point shooter instead. So important.
And a foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. Iverson's checked in for Richmond. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Freeze checked in for George. Now Paul. Over Iverson. Paul's shot is off. Cunningham with it. And there's the call on Bosh. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And Richmond making a change here. Curry's checked in. Here's Free. Outside Leonard. From outside the arc. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Doris, when he's feeling good, Kawhi Leonard, still one of the toughest matchups in the NBA.
You know what, Kevin? The way he's battled through injuries and the game's still important enough to him that he's stuck around. And you're so right. When he is healthy, he remains a two-way force. This guy is an absolute Hall of Famer.
Here's Free, following the score by Richmond.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Richmond leading by 3. Here's Iverson, and the dunk by Iverson.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Pass to Leonard, out to the right wing. Grant misses the 3. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Richmond. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Iverson up top, Free defending. Here's Bosh. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Bosh, so tough to stop when he gets that kind of position down low, forcing the D to foul.
And some changes here for Richmond. Julius Randle's checked in for Johnson. McGuire comes in for Thompson. And it's Cunningham in for Curry. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for McAdoo. Maggette comes in for Elton Brand. And Paul's subbed in for Leonard. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Richmond. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. So it'll be DeAndre Jordan shooting. Steven Adams picks one up, and he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Curry's checked in for Cunningham.
Well, when DeAndre Jordan is engaged, this guy is flat out a difference maker. He understands how to play to his strengths.
Pass to Manning. Corey Maggette on the wing. Here's Free. Back to Paul. Shoots the 3. Hands it from downtown. Paul's got 5 now.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Richmond ahead, leading by just 1. And with... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Richmond.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
So with George on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. We've got Maggette, Paul out there with Free, then it's Jordan, and it's Manning in at the 4 slot.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
So it's Richmond now. Cunningham outside. It's good from long range. Cunningham's got his second basket of the game.
The outstanding pass. The open man just has to catch it and score.
Los Angeles trails by 4. Here's Free. Julius Randle with the rebound. It's stolen. For the finish, brings down the breakaway slam.
Oh, my goodness. That was with authority, leaving no doubt.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And some changes here for Richmond. Siakam is checked in for Adams. And Smith subbed in for Randle. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in. A 3 from McGuire. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one. It's stolen by Cunningham. And the dunk by Smith.
And there's that incredible athleticism. Smith going up with confidence on these alley-oops.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Free against Cunningham. Free passes to George. Over in the corner, Paul hits it from 3-point range. Paul's got 8 points.
Nice recognition of the closing defender. Got it away there in a hurry.
Here's Cunningham, and he banks in the layup. And Richmond leads by 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Brand's checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles trails by 6. Pass to Free. Latrey drains it from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Iverson kicks to Cunningham. And the foul on Elton Brand. That's his first foul. McAdoo is checked in for the Clippers. Harper comes in for Free. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Jacks up a 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Yes, that goes in. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really, Smith is always looking to fire as soon as he touches the ball. The D has to be more aware of that quick trigger.
And Brand wide open, he shoots, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you love the extra work. Get yourself an extra opportunity by rebounding the basketball. Nice.
Here's Smith. Rebounded by Brand.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blueprint.
Here's McAdoo, and it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Cunningham drives in. Dwyer, and it's good off the back rim and in. Dwyer's got 5 now.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
They double him with Cunningham. Here's McAdoo. That falls. Nice speed that time from Harper.
Love the team-first mentality, looking to make the pass there.
And it's Richmond's ball. Siakam outside. Drives to the hoop. And he slams it down right on top of Elton.
Well, the athletic ability of Pascal Siakam with a little sauce there.
43 seconds left now here in the second. Brand outside. Offline with his 3. Richmond leading by 4. Cunningham for 3. Paul George grabs the miss. Paul kicks to George. Out to Brand. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
What a slick look by Paul George. Defense expecting him to shoot, but he decides otherwise.
Cunningham's shot is off. And here's George for 3. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Richmond leads by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Jalen Johnson is out there with Thompson. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Bosch in at the 5. Paul for 3. Rebounded by Richmond. Bosch has got his 6th rebound on the night. And the foul on Elton Brand. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
So it's Richmond now, leading by 5. And then Cunningham with the dunk. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 assists.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Leonard the bounce pass. Here's Brand. Kicks it out to Paul. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, Chris Paul by nature wants to pass the ball, but if you leave him open, he understands he's got to make those shots.
Here's Johnson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Richmond, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And so he makes both from the line.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Here's McAdoo, and oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Takes a 3, and Richmond misses again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bosch touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Ball outside. Six to shoot. There's the drive. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
Cunningham looking it over. Thompson right side. And stolen by Leonard. Now the Clippers moving it up. Nice shot by McAdoo. And now just a 2-point Richmond lead.
Nice possession, working it for a great look.
Thompson finds Cunningham. Back to Thompson. Lock at 6. Klay Thompson with that deep range.
Well, Klay Thompson is dialed in. And for the defense, that's a problem.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Iverson's checked in for Richmond. Freeze checked in for the Clippers. There's 1:59 left to play in the 3rd. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. There's 1:59 left in the 3rd quarter. Fires the 3. No good from Brand. Richmond leading by 5. Cunningham passes to Thompson. And another basket from Richmond.
Well, nice play by Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters in the catch-and-shoot game.
And here are the Clippers now. Here's Free. He's got 7. Here's McAdoo. A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Allen Iverson. So it's Richmond now. Bosch kicks to Iverson. Cunningham outside. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 3 assists in the game. Here is Paul. 16 points for him. Pass to Free. Back to Paul. Leonard with the screen on Iverson. And the Clippers miss again. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Here's Free. Drills the three-pointer. Free's got 10 points.
Boy, really nice quickly getting into his shot motion there off the catch-and-shoot opportunity.
3 seconds separate the shot-blocking game. And then Johnson with the jam.
And it was so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Brand outside. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Thompson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Richmond ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. We've got Jordan. Free out there with George. Then there's Brand, and it's Manning in at the small forward. Back to Randall, and stolen by Jordan. Pass to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Free. Trains the three-pointer.
And you can never have too many threes. That's an impact shot.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Richmond. They've led by as much as 10. Johnson right side. Curry on the wing. On the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Shot by Brand. Again, Los Angeles.
Oh, not an easy shot, especially for a big Brand with a nice stroke.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. For a different look here. Adams, he's checked in for Randall. Pascal Siakam comes in for Johnson. Thompson, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Johnson in for Iverson. Ron Harper, he's checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles trails by 4. The shot by George, wide open. Oh, good with the triple. George has gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry! What else is new?
Well, the greatest shooter in the history of the game. Curry, so good from deep.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Outside Harper. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Richmond leading by 7. On the wing, Thompson. Another 3 for Richmond.
And talk about playing to your strengths. Getting Thompson a look from the corner, that's as bankable as almost any play you can call.
And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here.
Into the lineup for Los Angeles.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. George against Johnson. Here's McAdoo. Brand, a screen on Curry. Outside George. Missed on the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's good!
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Here's McAdoo. Adams defending. Count it!
Love the way Paul George shares the rock. Sometimes I think doesn't get enough credit for his ability as a distributor.
And Richmond will go for a different look here. Chris Bosh is checked in for Adams. Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Smith checked in for Johnson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Curry. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Cleared away by George.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now Paul. Takes the 3. The 3 goes down.
Since he stepped between the lines of an NBA game, this guy has been consistently productive. Chris Paul doing the work.
Bosh with it. He's against McAdoo. Thompson. Thompson with the 3.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Los Angeles trails by 13. George fires. Off target from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now Thompson. Now Cunningham. With the clock winding down.
And being that Bosh is 6'11", dunking comes easy. And once he's this close to the basket, he's ready to attack.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Leonard. From 15 feet away, sweet shot at the right time.
Bob McAdoo.
And it's Richmond's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Thompson, it's in. So it's Richmond taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, I'm Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you joining us for tonight's game. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Klay Thompson. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And along with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, this is Kevin Harlan. So with Johnson on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Thompson is out there with Jalen Johnson. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Cunningham in at the 1 spot. Bogdanovich is out there with Scott. Then there's Antoine Carr. Then it's Johnson, and it's Siakam in at the 4. Scott the pass to Siakam. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Chris Bosh.
I think it's a point of emphasis for this coach, getting to the line where you can pile up some freebies and set your defense.
So he gets them both.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Here's Smith. They grab their own miss. And the basket by Johnson.
And slashing in for that offensive rebound. Johnson also getting credit for some hustle points.
Bogdanovich with the screen. Siakam outside. To the middle. Here's Carr. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on.
Now, here's Johnson.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Got a piece of it. Johnson against Thompson. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Rebounded by Richmond. Fires from way outside. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Scott finds Siakam. Johnson outside. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Carr. And the dunk by Carr.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Bosh. Over Carr. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by just 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Richmond. They trail by 1. Carr is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Scott. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2.
Oh, man, this is what we've come to expect from Thompson. His range extends far beyond the three-point line.
In the 4 for Richmond. They've got Jalen Johnson. Smith is out there with Cade Cunningham. Then it's Thompson. And it's Bosh in at the 5.
Perfect timing on the alley-oop. Bosh has this kind of a connection with his teammates.
.27 seconds left in the second half of basketball. It's stolen by Cunningham. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stop.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Now here's Johnson. Outside Bogdanovic. Siakam sets a screen for Bogdanovic. Here's Johnson. Puts it up from deep. Can't get it to go.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Siakam. And he gets it, one to go.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
First team foul.
6-point game. Three. Good.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
The 9-foot shot does not go. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their teams.
Stephen Curry. It drops. So it's Richmond taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.
go.
Cade Cunningham. possession call. Richmond ball. 4-point basket. Klay Thompson. Richmond foul call. Steven Adams. First personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for two, Allen Iverson. Chris Bosh. That's the end of the game. Folks, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next event.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Cunningham. Chris Bosh is out there with Jalen Johnson. And there's Klay Thompson, and it's Smith in at the shooting guard position. And for the Lakers, Reeves in at shooting guard. James is the small forward. Hachimura is the 4 with Ayton playing the 5. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Smith against Reeves. Thompson for the triple. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
The 3 for Doncic. Here's Cunningham. High post Johnson. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Richmond.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Nice shot by James.
That's a great trip. You always want to end up with those close looks.
The kick out to Cunningham. Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 6. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And so Doncic will bring it up for L.A. 6-point game. Fires from deep. Bosh grabs the miss. Hachimura against Johnson. Shoots over Hachimura. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Well, Johnson is such a strong guy. He has no problem finishing against physical D.
29 seconds left in the first half. Reeves outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
High post Johnson. He's against Hachimura. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
And that does it for the first half of play. Richmond ahead, up by 11. And will return shortly.
Ready for some high RPM and amazing stuff from your pocket bike arena.
Clay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless.
Oh, wow!
Oh, my God.
How powerful was that? Man, he is fun to watch around the rim.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second half. It's stolen by Cunningham. To the paint, here's Bosch over Reeves. And it's Bosch that time on the assist by Cunningham.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Down low, here's Ayton. Banked in off the glass.
Well, at his size, Ayton can absorb contact easily.
Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
James. Nice use of the glass on the finish. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Richmond. Johnson. And there's the dunk.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And the Lakers call time here. And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers. And Richmond will go for a different look here. Steven Adams is checked in for Bosch. Julius Randle comes in for Jalen Johnson. McGuire's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Iverson's subbed in for Smith. It's stolen by Randle. Iverson right side. Outside Cunningham. Oh, the jumper goes.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds, Richmond takes possession. 17-point lead, their biggest. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And then Randle slams it in.
Don't even try to defend that. What a move, Julius Randle.
Away team. Julius Randle. First personal foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for two.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. So it's Richmond taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. We've got some exciting basketball ahead. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. Here we go. And it's Richmond to start out. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Bosch. And Chris Bosch with the slam.
And Bosch can use his size like he did there. And he can step out and hit the jump shot as well. You love the versatility.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team fouls. Coming up the floor, your team.
Williams passes to Armstrong to the inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so she'll shoot two here. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Not just an incredible talent. Stewart is also a winner. Someone you build your franchise around.
Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Here's Armstrong. Williams up on top. The kick out to Barnes. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The drive by Iverson. Yep, that one goes in there.
You got to love Iverson's tenacity, especially when he's driving.
And the home team has possession. It's a 5-point game. Stewart, a screen for Williams, uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got his first points in this one.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pep.
Cunningham passes to Bosch. Stripped it away. Over in the corner, Williams. There's the three. And he's good on the three ball. Williams has got 5 points so far.
And such a confident player. Williams knows he has the trust of his coaches and teammates to take those shots.
And Richmond making a change here. Here is Cunningham. 26 seconds left here in the first half. Pass to Thompson. Here's the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. 5 points in the game.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Here's Leitner. The three ball. Armstrong gets the bucket. Armstrong's got himself on the board with three there.
And a big play, 1 3-pointer right on the heels of another. And again, we're tied. And how about this crowd right now? They are bananas.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Richmond leads by only 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
First team foul.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the second half. Leighton from 16 feet away, he cans it.
And almost 7 feet tall. Leitner, one of the better shooters for a big man.
Bosch in the post. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Sometimes you have to fight for it inside, and he does just that.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Free throw good. Bosch.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Out of bounds. Richmond takes possession. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Richmond. 3-point lead. Stewart against Johnson. The shot, no good. Barnes kicks to Armstrong. Outside Williams. Pass to Armstrong. Pocket 6. Off target from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
So skilled on the bounce. When Smith is in attack mode, this guy is difficult to slow down.
There's 48 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Stewart against Johnson. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, Stewart's presence down low stems from her skills and finesse. She's something to watch and admire.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
He's been in these moments so many times. Smith, not one to shy away.
What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Armstrong with it. Pass to Leitner. And here is Barnes. To take the lead. Misses the tray. And so it's Richmond who comes out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Welcome, everyone. So happy to have you along for this 2K Sports presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And it's Richmond to start out. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. Knocks down the 3 ball. Cunningham's got the first points up on the board for Richmond.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
Pass to Gugliotta. Back to Williams. Double team on Williams. Here's Gray. Buries the jump shot.
Taking what she sees. When the defense gives her the jumper, she doesn't think twice about firing.
Johnson outside. Thompson in the corner. A 3. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Gray. Back to Williams. Smith outside. They set the pick. Puts it up. Thompson with the rebound. Smith against Smith. Thompson from long range. Another 3 for Richmond.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Thompson's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Pass to Diaw. Smith for 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Smith with the stop.
With plenty of power behind that play, he didn't give the defense any chance to stop him.
.23 seconds left in the first half. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Gray. No good again that time. To the wing on the left. And here's Bosch. Fires for three. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Bosch. Cunningham's got 6. And we finished one half of basketball. Richmond ahead, up by 12. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
And it's Smith penetrating on the jam by J.R. Smith.
Speed. J.R. makes a living driving to the hoop.
The kick out to Bosch. Johnson outside. Another three for Richmond.
Savvy pass. Moving the ball to the person with the best shot on the floor.
Gugliotta's shot is good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Now, here's Cunningham. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
There's 48 seconds left here in the second half. Out of bounds, Richmond takes possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. So it's Richmond now. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Drained from outside.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And the dunk by Iverson.
You got to love Iverson's tenacity, especially when he's driving.
34 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Outside, Scola to stop the run. And that one is good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Richmond. Now Randall. Iverson outside. Another three for Richmond.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the three ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguardable.
So it's Richmond taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they...
foul. First team foul. Second team foul. Remaining in the game. 2 minutes. Timeout, home team. Basket. Klay Thompson. That's the end of the game. Thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting your team. Please get home safely.